What's going on, everybody? It's Sasha, your market expert here in Charlotte. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be watching and I'm going to be giving you my reaction to living off of $38,000 a year here in Charlotte by CNBC Millennial Money. If you don't know what that is, it's a segment CNBC does on YouTube. I see it pop up here and there, but most of the ones that are on here are people that are making two, 300 plus $1,000 a year in some more major big cities. And to be honest, if somebody's having an issue or something spending too much money or living off of a couple $100,000 a year, I'm really not interested in that. That's not a person I actually want to watch. So this one's going to be interesting because it's $38,000 a year here in Charlotte, and I'm surprised I haven't watched this. So I want to be the first time I'm watching this to be with you guys and give you my reaction and see how this person's living here in Charlotte. And by the way, it's 100% possible to do. I made less than $35,000 for the first couple years that I lived here. I was just fine, kept my expenses low. I was able to get pre-approved, bought a house, and everything like that. So with that being said, make sure you hit that subscribe button, leave a comment, hit that like button, and let's get started. All right, so she's 26 years old and does
I want to
CrossFit.
have my own coffee shop. I want to wake up one day and walk down the street and be able to open my own store. I'm Chloe Potter. I live in Charlotte, North Carolina, and I make about $38,000 a year.
Okay, so she's a loan specialist and owner of Levitate Coffee Roasters. Coffee is huge down here. There's a ton of shops. Let's keep going. Coffee's huge everywhere. What am I saying?
You make money. Having your own business, you have to be careful.
Runs her business out of an apartment.
And count down to the penny to me is just like too much anxiety. Cutting back on expenses such as like going out down the street to get drinks. I mean, it's not a question. It's just like, all right, we gotta do this thing.
Okay, the first thing that's popping in my head is $580 for rent. I don't know where she's living. Either she sleeps with a gun under her pillow, and I hate to say that, or she has a roommate. I'm guessing it's the roommate one. $600 for food. That's $20 more than she spends on rent. Debt repayment, transportation 170, utilities and Wi-Fi 125. Okay, subscriptions. Okay, interesting. And in the beginning of the video, that first clip, there was a mural, and it looked like it was Noda. It might be Plaza Midwood, which are like our really hipster art districts and things like that. Really cool areas. Definitely check them out. But the murals change every couple months. They'll get a new artist and they'll do something else that kind of goes along with the times. So I'm not exactly sure, but maybe we'll find out where exactly she's living.
I'm from Boca Raton, Florida originally. I moved to Charlotte, North Carolina about...
Okay, yeah, that's 100% Noda. This right here, Solstice Brewery, and on the corner, I know this entire area. Awesome area. And again, another person that's moving to Charlotte. So you guys see, you're not the only ones.
A year and a half ago, Charlotte's someplace where I found like I could make it work. I didn't feel like I could make it work in New York, where like cost of living is super high. I moved to Charlotte with no savings and basically no money, and ended up couch surfing on 6 different couches. So I was working about 70 or 80 hours a week to save up money to find my own place.
All right, here we go. Okay, there we go. 1-bedroom apartment, $1,156 a month. That's more like it.
Xavier, we met in CrossFit. Health is super important to us, so we spend $100 each per month on a weightlifting functional fitness membership. My partner and I are vegan. We do like to spend a little bit extra money on buying organic foods that are healthy to fuel the busy lives that we have.
Okay, ton of CrossFit gyms out here with our really nice weather. They're just basically like what what am I trying to say? Like industrial spaces, and when you're driving around certain areas, you'll just see a garage door up and a bunch of people working out in a parking lot. CrossFit's big down here. The only reason I don't do it is because it's expensive, and my friends will probably make fun of me. Um, and Yeah, they're vegetarian. There's a bunch of vegan restaurants and stuff that pop up. Local mom and pop shops, very trendy places. So there's a ton of those, and there's no shortage of those places for her to be going out to.
I ended up getting into coffee because of my love for traveling, and then I would, as I traveled, go to like the local spots and visit them. I feel like that's where a lot of culture is. That's how I've made friends, from coffee. I started Levitate Coffee Roasters in June of 2018. I went online before ever starting it, and I was like, how to start my own coffee company. And they were like, you need $25,000 to start your own company. I was like, well, I don't have $25,000, but I'm going to start small, super small. I feel like if you love something enough, you just start somewhere and you go, and then you figure it out. I want Levitate to be a coffee shop, and I want it to be a home for people. I want it to be a place of solace for them like it was for me. The expenses that come with having your own coffee business
I've never heard of
initially,
this coffee
I put it
shop
on my credit
before,
card.
but I'm hoping she's still in business. Maybe by now. This was filmed August of 2019. Maybe she has a little shop or something.
I'm not profiting from my
Okay.
business yet. I don't expect to profit from my business until at least 3 to 4 years in. I feel like the first few years when you're opening your business, you're experimenting, you're figuring out what
She's
works and what
making her
doesn't work.
coffee
Is
from
worth it
home,
when
which
it's something
is
that it's not worth.
interesting. Hopefully the
You don't
health
have to
department
answer
doesn't,
to
knock
anybody
on her
else.
door or
It's your
anything like
company,
that.
and it's not about the money
If you're
at that
watching this,
point.
don't snitch on her, please.
I'm 26 years old and I don't have insurance. Because I am working for a startup company, there aren't enough people to kind of get on the insurance bandwagon, so they don't offer it yet, but we are looking into it, I know, as a company. I can't afford health insurance with a growing small business and living expenses. $200 a month for moderate insurance is just not affordable.
I don't agree. She's spending $600 a month on food.
Having an emergency
You can
fund would
kind
be
of cut
great.
down your eating out and
Things
get
do
health
just pop up.
insurance.
You have medical bills, or
But
you have dentist appointments or car maintenance. I think that having a savings in a retirement isn't as easy as it used to be. I'm hoping that eventually
yeah,
my
she definitely
small
lives in
business can
Noda.
make money
This
so
is
that I
the
can
main
have
strip
some
off
savings
North
and so that I
Davidson
can have
Street.
some retirement. I'm about $7,000 in credit card debt. I'm slowly paying it off. Every month I put like $400 towards it, since my minimum is about half that. But I don't have any student loan debt. A lot of my friends have like $30,000 or $40,000 of student loan debt that they're paying off. I don't have that, thankfully. So I'm okay with my $6,000 or $7,000 in credit card debt right now. Having debt isn't where all my energy goes. I'm sure like it's stressful at times, and I definitely have my days where I'm freaking out. But you can't focus on that all of the time. Just focusing on being an autonomous person and having my own business as my focus, and being able to eventually help out my family. Right now I get some help from them, and eventually I'd like to be in a space where I am able to help those around me that have helped me out.
Okay, so it was interesting. I thought it was going to be a little bit more about the cost of living maybe in Charlotte, but I guess it wasn't. But good for her. I mean, she said she lived in Boca Raton, Florida. I know it's expensive out there. I have a couple friends that are realtors out there, so I know the cost of living can be pretty expensive. So she did what a lot of people have been doing for a little while now, and especially now with 2020 being as crazy as it was, there's even more people moving here now, just because the cost of living is cheaper down here. In regards to the areas, she lived in Noda, one bedroom apartment for just under $1,200 a month. If you're a millennial or you just don't make enough or anything like that, getting a roommate is the best thing you can possibly do to save a ton of money and get your savings kind of in order and things like that. But it was an interesting episode. Like I said, just because Charlotte's in it, and I wanted to see the areas and kind of what she did and things like that. But I'm gonna look up and see if I can buy a bag of coffee or something. See if I can support her in any way. With that being said, that's my video for today, guys. If there's anything I can do for you, any questions you have for me, call, text, email me anytime, and I'll catch you guys next week on the next one. Take care. Bye.